I'm not going to talk too long because we have the demonstration at Sony, as you know. This is very important because throughout the years, black artists have been taken advantage of. And it's time now that we have to put a stop to this incredible injustice. And like Mrs. Sharpton was saying, people from James Brown to Samuel Davis Jr., some of the real pioneers that inspired me to be the entertainer that I am. These artists are always on tour because if they stopped touring, they would totally go broken. And it's been, the record companies really do conspire against their artists. They steal, they cheat, they do whatever they can, especially the black artists. Yes, and Tommy Mottola, the president of the record division, he is a mean, he's a racist, and he's very devilish. Yes. So I need your support, not just for me. When you fight for me, you're fighting for all black people. Dead and alive. It seems that to me, I really believe it's a conspiracy because the story always ends the same. We pioneer, we innovate. You know, at the end of the story, you know, it's not an accident. It's happened on purpose. So we have to put an end to it forever.
Yes, sir.
Love you, thank you.
Give him a hand, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, are you well? Are we with them? Are we with the artists? Are we going to stop the racism? Now let me say this. People have come to Michael, as I stated earlier, reporting that they were called fat black nigger. This man made racist remarks. There's no way people are going to sit with our money. We're the consumers. They sell their CDs in our communities. And they made billions of dollars. Michael Jackson made billions of dollars for the industry. And now for him to ask for fairness is not controversial, it's no more than right. He does not want you to give your child money to buy his record and he not protect the integrity of your child. He does not want you to spend your money and not be respected by the people that make the profit. Now you may agree or disagree on anything, but we cannot disagree when it comes to our self-respect. This is about our self-respect. This is about our dignity. And if he will stand up, then I believe his community and all communities must stand up. As I stated before, he came a couple of months ago and stood at the Apollo with Bill Clinton and others. Now he stands for artists. I think that we have an obligation to make sure that this is done. Tens and tens of thousands, we must mobilize and move forward. We have Grammy Award winner James M. Tume, who, as you know from the morning show at KISS FM, that will be helping Johnny Cochran. I coordinate this. I want him, before we go off the radio, to have some words.
I'll make this very brief. I want everyone to call everybody you know tomorrow, because we're going to be dealing with this on open line. And there's one thing you have to understand about what Brother Michael is saying. This has been going on forever. There's things that you have to know. We're going to deal with it in depth. But there's not little things, major things. For example, every record company has contracts with a travel agency. Record company people travel all the time, hundreds of millions of dollars. Not one black travel agency is involved. Record companies hire people to do PR for them. Not one black. So we have to understand, not only is it the artist, which Mike was relating to, it is all the peripheral business that goes around the music. And remember, I always tell you, don't watch the puppet, always watch the puppeteer. And what's important about this brother standing up here like this today, first of all, when you come from the top, everything comes with it. What we need was an artist who had the heart and the commitment and the concern for the people. And I just personally, it's the first time the brother and I have met, but you know how I feel about the music industry. It is very powerful. I just want to have my son stand up. This is the next generation. And what Michael is talking about, leaving it open for these brothers and sisters. So we got a big, big task. I want everyone to tune in to Open Line tomorrow. Call everybody. We're going to go after the industry. And you're right, Tommy Mottola is what it is. Nothing.
We're going to bring Michael on out so he get ready for his demonstration. Michael Hardy will take charge. Michael wants to say goodbye.
I love you too. I love you more. I love you more. I just simply want to say that this isn't a new animal. I mean, this has been going on for a long, long time. Did you know that Otis Blackwell, you heard her name, Otis Blackwell? Otis Blackwell wrote most of the Elvis Presley songs. This man died penniless. Yes, and I'll never forget another great story when the Beatles first landed in New York. They did New York Ed Sullivan show, and they were in a press conference for the show. He said, "Hey guys, what kind of music do you listen to? What inspires you to write the songs you write?" And back then they used the word color. They said, "We love the colored music." That's where it comes from. But that isn't just then, it also applies to now. And even more so now. So I want you to be strong and fight for a very important cause. You know? Because the future is very important. And there's a lot of talent out there. I want black people to be an institution. You know? We don't have the institutions that we should have. So please, it's important, okay? So when one is in pain, we all are in pain, okay? So we must put an end to this racism. Racism is bad. Tommy Mottola made some very racist remarks, okay? And what you told him already? You want to say it? Well, what he said was, to one of the artists who work at Sony, he has a contract with the company, and he called him a fat black nigger. And I can't deal with that, you know, it's wrong. But just remember also that when an artist break all-time records, and I'm not here to brag, because what I've done in the record industry, I've broken from Elvis to Beatles to this day, Thriller still is the largest selling album of all time. That's right, saved them from bankruptcy. And I made billions of dollars for Sony. And what they did was really terrible. And not just to me, but some of their other artists too. You know, from George Michael to Mariah Carey to, you know, yeah. Yeah. He has got to go. He has got to be terminated. I want to thank Reverend Al Sharpton. Without you, we couldn't have done this. We're crazy. I love you all very much.